Vale, creo que estamos en directo. Hey, ¿qué pasa, gente? Soy Johnny Thunderdon y este es mi canal. Sé que me echabais de menos y sé que vuelvo con algo bastante distinto en el canal, pero es algo que me apetece mucho ya que es algo que me toca la patata. Como podéis ver, llevo hasta una camiseta. Bueno, y lo que no es camiseta, es algo que me acompaña durante ya muchos años, que son los tatuajes del videojuego en sí. Sí, tengo un mono de 3 cabezas, tengo a Murray por aquí, la cabeza del navegante, el pollo de goma con polea y a Guybrush y a Lechak en las piernas. Pero si queréis ver, os vais a Instagram y ahí lo veréis con más detalle. Pero bueno, vamos al lío, que es Return to Monkey Island. La de años que esperaba esto. ¿Estará bien el juego? No lo estará. ¿El diseño nos acabará gustando o no? Eso lo veremos ahora. Vamos para allá. Cambio aquí la transición y me pongo yo a pantalla completa, que en principio debería estar bien. Voy a asegurarme viendo el directo en el móvil, a ver que esté todo cuadrado, ya que esto ha sido un directo ultra improvisado. Pasa que es que es Monkey Island y digo, esto lo tengo que compartir con vosotros. Ya sabéis lo que me gusta a mí en Monkey Island, lo he dicho muchas veces. A ver, estamos en directo, vale, suena bien. Vale, suena bien, se ve bien, que es lo que me importa. No sé si dejarme el chat por aquí. No sería mala idea. Mira, me voy a dejar la retransmisión en silencio. Así os podré seguir si me decís algo. Vamos a ver. Dejamos aquí lo que tiene las cosas del directo. Hombre, saludos, Valle. Veo que ya tenemos a alguien por aquí. Coño, soy 2 personas. Pensaba que estaría solo aún. No está mal para estar tanto tiempo sin emitir. Bueno, sin emitir, sin subir vídeo. Ya casi hace un año. Un año. Madre mía. He vivido tantas cosas, os tengo que contar tantas cosas. Podéis aprovechar en el chat a preguntar, que yo no me corto en decir las cosas. Pero vamos a empezar el juego. Yo aún no lo he probado. Estáis viendo lo mismo que he visto yo desde que lo he instalado. No se ve nada más. Ah, espera. Voy a subirle un poco el audio de la música. Ahí. Vale, yo creo que así estará guay. Sí, vale. Yo creo que así está guay. Y sin más dilación, nueva partida. ¿Cuánto nos durará este juego? Modo casual, modo difícil, por favor. El modo casual que dice toda la historia de la diversión, pero con puzzles casuales para jugadores atareados. Yo no soy eso, estoy de vacaciones. Modo difícil, más puzzles y más difícil, a tope. Para los aventureros acérrimos que lo quieren todo. Ese soy yo. Pues vamos para allá. ¡Oh, qué emoción! Preludio. Comienza una historia inesperada. Kira Museo.
Take this, LeChuck! Guybrush, come over here. Gently now. Remove my mask. Will you promise to stop picking on me? All right, I promise. Anything. Just put my leg back on.
Hey, you kids. You're not supposed to be in here.
Me dicen que me suba mi audio. Esperad. Me lo subo. Un poquito más. Vale. Yo creo que así está bien.
What's next? Let's goof on those two. Pretend they're our parents. Yeah! Sorry we ran off. You were probably worried about murderers and ne'er-do-wells. Don't worry, I found him.
Come on, let's go.
Let's pretend I have powers that make lightning come out of my eyes.
It's so lifelike.
I wonder if it's real.
Menudo final
Sorry,
tuvo
boys, could
el
you
Monkey
stop
2,
following us? It's creepy.
Continuación directa. Mola.
Yes, sir. Come on. I saw a scurvy dog shack back there.
Scurvy dogs. I've never had one of those.
No way. You have to try one. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. No fooling.
Wow.
Vale, y ya nos sueltan aquí. Ok.
What should we do next?
We gotta get to scurvy dogs. I can't believe you never had one.
The words don't look like words, but there's a picture of a scurvy dog.
Pues habrá que ir ahí.
Those glasses are thicker than the layer of grease on the floor.
You kids better have money.
Yeah. We've got all kinds of money.
Nos pone un par de scorbutifarras. Nos pone patapollos fritos. Nos pone una jarra de grog, por favor. Sí. A ver qué dice.
Can we get a mug of grog, please?
Grog's for grown-ups. Beat it.
Lógico.
Now what?
Y los patapollos fritos, a ver qué
Can we
es.
get some chicken foot fries?
You got 2 pieces of 8? That's money that grown-ups use.
I know what a piece of 8 is.
Have you got any?
No.
Then no fries. Now
Venga, vale.
what?
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure. If you give me a piece of 8.
Please? Can't you spare something for a couple of hungry kids?
Listen up, you little moocher. Let me tell you something. I don't like kids. I'm an honest businessman trying to make an honest living. I don't need 50 kids a day coming in and wasting my time trying to get me to give them free food.
Pues nada.
I guess never mind.
Hey, I know. Let's look for change in the outhouse across the way. Coins fall out of people's pockets when they sit down in there.
Ugh.
They put it on a leg to keep you from walking off with it. I'll bring this right back, sir.
You'd be wise to do that. I got the leg from the last kid who didn't bring back the key.
It says, return outhouse key when finished, or else.
Aquí es la llave de la letrina. Ok. Vale, aquí está la letrina.
It's locked. Good thing I've got the key in my pocket.
I once got a scurvy dog that was good. You unlocked it.
It isn't a piece of 8, but it's a round piece of metal about the same size and shape as a piece of 8.
That's called a slug. It's like a fake coin.
A fake coin is almost as good as a real coin.
Pues para adentro.
Some places you go have scurvy dogs with cheese inside.
Chucky, why don't you look in the toilet?
No way. You do it.
Okay. Ugh. Gross. Gross. I don't see any coins, and I'm not putting my hands in that. Ugh. What is this stuff? It smells the same as the toilet.
I once had the hiccups for 4 days straight.
Yo creo que está ya todo mirado. Vamos a ver qué dice Chucky y si no nos
I'm
vamos.
not sure how we can get scurvy dogs without any pieces of 8.
We might have all we need. I don't think that guy can see very well.
Pues a ver si vale la moneda falsa.
Now what?
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure, if you give me a piece of 8.
What can we get with this?
Tastes like a piece of 8. Enough for a couple of scurvy dogs if you want.
Perfect!
Take 'em, boy.
What are you getting?
What?
Just kidding. Here's yours.
Easy peasy.
So good. What do you want to do now?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
It unlocks the outhouse.
Did you know you can keep a scurvy dog warm by sticking it in your armpit?
Hey, Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
No way.
Exhibit removed. Aww.
Una rata feliz.
Let's not go back there again. We'll just get yelled at.
Me gusta que haya empezado justo donde acaba el Monkey 2.
In France, they
Era
call a
justo lo que
scurvy dog
necesitábamos
a
y pedíamos.
shin score butts.
Aunque el 3, que salió en el 97, a mí me encantó, ¿eh? Ojo.
Hey, Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors.
¿Qué pasa si
Hey,
repites varias
Chucky,
veces?
get ready to run.
¿Pasará algo?
I guess they don't like visitors.
Me parece que no. Lo pruebo una vez más, por si acaso.
Hey, Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like
¡Hey,
visitors.
saludos, Explorer Urbano! Sé que esto es un poco diferente a lo que suele haber en el canal, pero últimamente no tengo tiempo de salir a explorar. Y como este juego me toca la patata, digo, es un buen momento para hacer algo diferente. Y así que, emitiendo en directo un gameplay y de un juego que me ha marcado mucho. Tanto que lo llevo tatuado, como he dicho al principio. Vale, vamos para allá.
That's my friend D. Hey, D.
Hey, Chucky, what are you jerk faces up to?
We just got here.
I'm making a list of stuff to do.
Give me that. I'm an expert planner. There. Perfect. See you around the park, shitheads.
Yes.
That's a cool anchor.
That just shows how little you know about anchors. This one's not a very good example. You'd know that if you read as much about anchors as I have. Did you know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used in combat, shot from cannons as a grapple when you were trying to board another ship. They started making them bigger and bigger because they would do more damage that way. Then, people noticed what happened when you missed the other ship and hit the sea bottom instead. The current bow-shaped design is actually less effective than the sharper V-shaped design that was popular last century. But the older design went out of fashion after sailors started to think the letter V was bad luck. You can still find the old kind
Quieren que me
around
salte el
sometimes,
diálogo.
but collectors have grabbed most of them. On a modern anchor, if you look close, you can tell that
Me parece
one
que no
side
se va a
is a
callar
little
hasta que no
larger
le
than
dé.
the other. That's to prevent what's called plummeting, where the anchor goes down too evenly and then it doesn't
A ver
catch
hasta
well on
dónde
the
llega.
bottom. The little flanges at the tips are at different angles to make it twist on the way down for the same reason. Most anchors these days are made of iron, and you have to recast them like twice a year because they rust. About 30 years ago, somebody thought of a way to get around that by making them out of wood instead. All kinds of people invested a lot of money in these wooden anchor companies. But the only way they could keep them from floating was to attach
No se va a callar,
another
¿eh?
anchor.
Hijo de
And
puta.
so they
Me
gave up
parto.
and went back to the old way. The word anchor comes from the Sanskrit word nagara, meaning city. They're called that because when you stop
sí que es
in
una
the
buena
middle of the
troleada.
ocean, it's like you've made port at an invisible city. Yeah, I'm kind of an expert on anchors. I read a lot.
Oh, pues se acabó. Ah, interesante. A ver. Esto es un detalle interesante. Que a veces crees que lo has entendido y has leído y no. Yo que soy disléxico y tengo déficit de atención, esto me puede ir bien. Vale. Vamos a ver qué hay aquí.
I can stand on my head without.
Hey, Chucky, wanna race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go! Chucky wins!
Ah, te tenía que dar, pensaba que lo haría solo.
Yeah.
Darn. You up for another race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
I win!
Ah,
I wonder where this path goes.
Excuse me.
Yes?
nos dan un poco de pan para dar de comer a la pata. ¿Pueden fingir que son nuestros padres otra vez? Da igual. A ver qué dice.
Will you pretend to be our parents again?
What do you mean, again?
Run along and find your real parents.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves. Hey, hands off!
Había que intentarlo.
I want to save 2 scurvy dogs at the same time. Let's be frank. You can never hope to beat me.
No way! You'll never catch up to my level.
I win.
I win.
Nuh-uh.
You guys are both pretty weak.
Well, anyway, that was fun.
Un buen guiño a las peleas de espada con insulto. A ver si se repiten.
Your sword is as sharp as a banana.
I'll still pare you down to size.
Ah,
I for sure won that one.
In your dreams.
You fight like kids.
ah. A ver otra vez.
You're about as scary as a bowl of oatmeal.
I'll be sure to break you fast.
Tenemos que apuntar estas
I'm
frases.
so the best at this.
Almost as good as me.
I've seen better footwork from a footstool.
Ah. Otra.
You fight like a doofus.
Yeah, like a doofus. Who's an amazing fighter, you mean?
Okay, that was a good comeback.
I know.
You guys give new meaning to the term practice dummy.
Me parto. Va, otra más.
Let's be frank. You can never hope to beat me.
I relish the opportunity, you scurvy dog.
Okay, that was a good comeback.
I know.
Your
Está
delivery
mejorando
is
para
going
el
to the
futuro.
wrong zip code.
Otra más, va. Que me parto con
Your
estas
sword
frases.
is as sharp as a
Ah,
banana.
ya repite.
Your
Ahora
brain
sí.
is almost as sharp as that.
I for sure won that one.
In your dreams.
You're as subtle as 2 rhinos at a tea party.
I want to feed the duck.
Había algo en el suelo, ¿no?
What's this red glob on the ground?
That's ketchup. It's supposed to be really good with scurvy dogs.
Do not pick the 4-leaf clovers. As if. Let's look for a four-leaf clover.
Claro.
Okay, good luck with that.
Toma ya.
Found one.
Eso ha sido rápido.
Awesome.
There was still one left. Darn.
I have an extra tooth in the back. I can feel it with my tongue.
I should find a coin to throw in.
Are we done here? We might not be able to come back if we head this way.
Coño.
Hey, Dad.
Hello, Mr. Threepwood.
Oh, me
Having fun?
parto.
Yeah.
We got scurvy dogs.
Those have toenails and stuff in them. Ugh, I read about it.
And we were playing your adventures. We just did Big Whoop.
Big whoop.
Ah, qué
Oh
cabrón.
boy, that takes me back.
Buena
I like
esa,
it when
Ron.
Chucky asked me to put his leg back on. He says it really funny.
You guys always make up the craziest stuff for the ending of that story.
It's fun.
But you can't just change it around. That's not how storytelling works.
A lot of your stories don't feel like they're finished at the end.
What do you mean?
Well, like, there's this one that you call The Secret of Monkey Island, where you went to Monkey Island and fought LeChuck,
Oh, that story has a great ending. There's punching and fireworks. I thought you liked that one.
but you never did find the secret.
Huh?
Not the real one.
Sure, but that's not what that story was about. Kids, let me tell you a story that is about finding the secret of Monkey Island.
Is this a long story?
I think maybe I gotta go use the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I have to go walk my tarantula.
Maybe I should go with them.
No, stick around. This is a good one. See, there was a rumor going around that my old nemesis, LeChuck, had somehow discovered the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. I knew I had to get it before he did, so I went to Melee to get my own expedition started and beat him to the punch.
Menudo girito. Esta isla me suena. En lo más profundo del Caribe. La isla Melee. Mítica banda sonora. No me cansaré de escucharla nunca, por Dios. Se me eriza la piel. Un poquito de grog, que la ocasión lo merece. Vamos para allá. Parte 1. Un lugar acogedor. Y me dan un logro. Pues vale.
Feels good to be back on Melee Island, the hub of pirating in the Caribbean, where every good expedition begins. I'll see some old pals and get things rolling. Or sailing in this case. Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Remember me?
Haven't seen you in a while, Threepwood.
Como que ve mucho.
Well, you know, freebooting mostly, swashing buckles and so on. But now I'm getting an expedition together to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, you're sailing with LeChuck.
What? LeChuck's here in Melee? Is there widespread panic? Are people evacuating?
He doesn't seem interested in carnage at the moment. Ship's just here taking on supplies and crew, as far as I can tell.
Well, anyway, no, I'm not sailing with LeChuck. You know my history with him.
LeChuck raptó a mi mujer. Es un malvado pirata fantasma zombie, el terror de los mares. Hemos sido enemigos durante toda mi carrera. Siempre me roba las mejores ideas. Me voy a montar mi propia travesía. Y solo mía. ¿Qué le decimos? Bueno, vamos a seguir un poco el rollete.
He's an evil zombie ghost pirate, terror of the seas, and sometimes the land. A nefarious, conniving, murdering scallywag. A depraved, ruthless villain. And a loud talker. And I'm not those things.
They say opposites attract, but what do I know?
LeChuck kidnapped my wife. He's always had designs on her. I sailed to Monkey Island to find them and get her back.
Oh, I thought you weren't married yet when that happened. And didn't she more or less rescue herself?
That's not the point. We've been enemies for my whole career. Everywhere I go, there he is. He plagues me. He's my nemesis.
Funny. He said the same thing about you.
That guy steals all my best ideas.
Are you sure it isn't the other way around? Seems like he was here first.
I don't know how he found out, but I'm sure he's just doing this to get one up on me. I'm mounting my own voyage.
Al
Mine.
final se las he dicho
Well,
todas.
you'd better get cracking then. LeChuck's loading up on the outer dock as we speak.
Well, I'm gonna hire a ship and a crew and beat him to the punch. Just as soon as I can get someone to back the venture. I'm a little short on funds at the moment.
In that case, you'll want to go talk to the pirate leaders at the Scum Bar.
Exactly. That's why I came to Melee. It'll be great to see those old guys again. We'll knock back a grog and hash out the details.
Scum Bar, by the docks. Long table in the back.
I know where I'm going.
We'll see.
I could stare at this forever, but that wouldn't be much fun for you.
La verdad es que no.
I detect a certain resemblance here.
Yes, it looks a lot like an owl, doesn't it?
Uy, cambió el póster.
Re-elect Governor Carla. She's tough on toughness.
Uy, ya no está la gobernadora Marley. ¿Qué hago? ¿Voy para allá? ¿O voy a hablar primero con los jefes piratas? Vamos a hablar con los piratas primero, sería lo lógico, ¿no? Scumbar.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
Todos me van a hacer lo
I'm here
mismo.
to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
Puto troll.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
It's a book for storing collectible trivia cards. Looks like someone just left it here unattended.
Pues para mí. La cocina. Ah.
Looks like a circus act. Maybe.
Como me gusta tocarlo todo, coño. Fijaros cómo cambia la música, el detalle, ¿eh? Me gusta este cambio más guay.
Have you seen the pirate leaders around? This is their table. In fact, you'd probably better move. You don't want to get caught sitting here.
It's our table, Rummy.
We're the pirate leaders. Get lost.
No sabía que habían cambiado la dirección. ¿Dónde están los tres señores que presidían aquí? ¿Debo hablar con vosotros sobre financiar una expedición? Habrá que
I
ir una
hadn't
por
heard there
una.
was a change of leadership.
Oh no. Did nobody remember to notify you?
Maybe your party invite got lost in the mail.
Where are the 3 older guys who used to hold court here?
Who cares?
Probably crying in an alley somewhere, wishing they were still relevant.
Making up trials for each other and writing memoirs that no one will read.
Is it you I should talk to about financing an expedition?
An expedition. Who is it that you think you are exactly?
Esperad. Veo que alguien ha comentado. ¿Qué te parece el nuevo estilo de dibujo, Johnny? Personalmente no me gusta nada. Pues mira, esto ha sido para mí algo muy crítico. A mí las primeras imágenes tampoco me gustaron. Esto es así. No me gustaron nada, no me gustó este estilo. Pero con el tiempo le he ido pillando el gusto. Y yo es que me fío mucho de Ron Gilbert. A mí Thimbleweed Park me encantó. Un juegazo. Quien no haya jugado ya tarda. Y por ahora lo que estamos viendo es Monkey Island al 100%. Me gusta. Ya veremos cómo avanza el juego, porque puede ser un principio muy guay y luego irse toda la mierda. Los gráficos, sí, que me perdía porque ya iba un poco más en general, pero los gráficos me están gustando. Le estoy pillando el gusto. Me habría gustado otro estilo, no lo niego. Incluso algo más retro. Pero sería ir sobre seguro, ¿no? El tío quería arriesgar y ole sus huevos por arriesgar. Si la historia es buena, ¿qué más da lo demás, no?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Probably you've heard of me.
Probably not.
Permission to slaughter the annoying old wastrel man, Captain Madison.
Wait, it was Captain Madison? She's like famous! I've got her on a trading card. Her plunder stats are amazing!
Plunder stats aren't everything.
Then the others were Captain Lila and Captain Trent? It was Lila who threatened to kill you?
Look, they weren't that great, okay? Listen to the story.
Want me to slaughter him?
Don't bother. He's just a harmless hack who thinks he has a good idea for a pirate raid.
No es precisamente una incursión, eso es una incursión. Voy en busca del secreto de Monkey Island. Vamos a ir directos al
I'm
grano.
going to find the secret of Monkey Island.
You're wasting our time.
The secret? I didn't think that was even a real thing.
Es un botín de un valor monetario incalculable. Es un botín de un valor cultural astronómico. Es un eterno misterio que hay que desentrañar. Es mi pasión, quiero encontrarlo como sea. Venga, va.
It's a personal passion of mine. I really want to find it.
Your weird fetishes are not something I need to hear about.
Okay, I'm sensing some reluctance, but hear me out.
¿Aceptaréis al menos adelantarme una parte del dinero? ¿Podría compensaros por ayudarme a contratar una tripulación? ¿Podrías al menos decirme dónde hay un barco libre? Podría compensaros por ayudarme a contratar una tripulación. Esto es más
Would you at
Tripwood.
least consider advancing me some funds? It's a surefire investment. Triple your money or your money back.
Not interested.
If you don't take this opportunity, LeChuck will grab it.
LeChuck?
Yes, the dreaded zombie ghost pirate LeChuck himself is also going after the secret. He's here in Melee getting ready right now. If that doesn't prove it's a worthwhile venture, I don't know what else to tell you.
Great. Problem solved.
Excellent. You'll do it.
No, of course not. Why waste money on an expedition when you can just join the one that's already going?
Have fun with your scary ghost friend. Bye-bye.
Well, the slight problem with that idea is that LeChuck and I are basically mortal enemies.
Nadie se lo cree, ¿eh? Pobre Guybrush.
Fine. I don't need you or your money. I can do this on my own. If I can't buy a ship, I'll steal one. I'm a pirate. I'll find a way to get to Monkey Island no matter what it takes.
Con dos
I like
cojones.
the old pirate leaders better.
No sé si es buena idea, pero vamos. Esa música. Uy, ofertas de trabajo.
Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer. Inquire here.
Looking for a job? Step this way.
The clipboard in your hand says you're the quartermaster.
The crew says I'm the quartermaster. Clipboard doesn't get a vote. You look like a guy without many options. You want a job? I'm short of swabby. LeChuck's an equal opportunity employer. Even humans are mostly tolerated.
Claro, me encantaría ser grumetillo. ¿Tienes algo de mayor categoría? No, gracias. Voy a montar mi propia expedición. Bueno, meterse así de grumetillo podría ser una guasa. No creo que pase.
Absolutely. I'd love to be a swabby. Swabbing is one of my favorite things in the whole world. The restful, mindless repetition, the delicate scent of old soapy water, the proud satisfaction of a sparkling plant.
Okay. Save the strokes for the decks. The only requirement is that you bring your own mop. If you've got a mop, the job is... Hey, wait a minute. What's your name, sailor?
Guybrush Threepwood no lo puedo decir, evidentemente lo haríamos. Smith, John Smith.
Smith. John Smith.
Uh-huh. LeChuck gave me a blacklist and you're
Mierda.
on it. In fact, you are the blacklist. I'm sorry. Can't hire you. You're obviously Guybrush
pillaron.
Threepwood.
Well, that's a slight hitch.
I'm confused. Didn't you say you were gonna get your own ship?
Yes, but then suddenly I thought, why bother? I wanted a ship and a crew. Here was a ship and a crew. Ripe for the taking. All I had to do was get on board, wait for the right moment, and strike.
Strike?
Mutiny the crew, seize the ship. Be a pirate.
Except they wouldn't hire you because they knew who you were.
Yeah, that was a problem. Also, I needed a mop.
Vale. No hay nada más, así que nos vamos de aquí.
Why was Wally in such a hurry? He wouldn't sell us out to Madison, would he?
I believe he needed to relieve the pressure upon him in a different way.
Esos son Wally y la maestra del vudú. Nada que pueda tocar aquí. No, vale.
Elaine?
Guybrush! Wait, are you going to tell a mushy part now?
A little, but I can skip over the hugs and kisses.
Eso es un poco la princesa prometida, ¿eh? Esperaba que aparecieras en esta historia. ¿Cómo va tu iniciativa para prevenir el escorbuto? No te vas a creer cómo voy a ir a Monkey Island. Recuérdame cuánto tiempo llevamos casados.
I was hoping you'd turn up in this story.
I was hoping you'd turn up in mine.
How's your scurvy prevention project?
It's great! We're going to get a lot of limes to a lot of sailors and save a lot of lives. I've got to come up with a way to deal with Captain Madison, though. The pressure she's putting on the town is making it hard for social programs like mine.
No te vas a creer cómo voy a ir a Monkey Island. Veo que los dos hemos conocido a la capitana Madison. Me tengo que ir. Seguro que tienes que irte ya.
You won't believe how I'm getting to Monkey Island.
I've known you a long time. Try me.
I'm planning to sign on to LeChuck's crew, mutiny them, and take the ship.
Oh dear. Isn't there an easier way?
Oh, trust me, that is the easy way.
No sé yo, ¿eh?
Sounds like we both met Captain Madison.
I don't like her. She's the one who pushed to shut down the shipyard.
She doesn't understand the value of the secret of Monkey Island.
She laughed at me.
Me too.
Obviously, the woman has no taste and a lousy sense of humor.
Espera, a ver qué me han escrito. Me alegra conocer tu opinión. Más o menos opino lo mismo. Me habría gustado más el viejo estilo, pero bueno, imagino que todo es cuestión de acostumbrarse. Sí, es cuestión de acostumbrarse. Ya te digo que al principio no me gustaba nada. Es más, despotriqué un poco en algún que otro foro. Pero al ver la frustración de Ron Gilbert, de que no le comprendían el riesgo que había tomado, y que yo confío en sus guiones, sus historias, el amor por Monkey Island, no me he podido resistir y lo he comprado hoy mismo. Lo he comprado hoy mismo y una vez lo he comprado, digo, esto lo tengo que compartir con la gente que me sigue porque es que a mí me toca la patata, es Monkey Island, joder. Bueno, vamos para allá. Y perdonad si tardo un poco en contestar, pero es que estoy centrado también en la historia, que a mí esto me encanta.
I feel better just talking to you.
Me too.
You've probably got to get going.
You say goodbye first.
No, you say bye 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 first.
Habrá hecho alguna cosita.
No,
por
you say
insistir.
bye first.
Okay.
¿Ves?
Bye.
Bye. It's Elaine's flyer about how limes combat scurvy. It's important, but boring. I've never once made it all the way to the end.
Vale, aquí está el puesto de vudú, no ha cambiado de sitio. Los piratas esos de la rata no están, lógicamente, ya en el 2 estaban en otro lugar. Mira, Wally está aquí. Maestro del vudú o Wally. Vamos a dejar a maestra vudú para luego. A ver qué nos dice Wally.
Hey, Wally!
Well, 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 look what the surf washed ashore. It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again too, Wally. Whatever your last name is.
I spent years in therapy getting over being burned, blinded, blown up, abandoned and marooned because of you.
Yeah, good times, huh?
You're lucky I'm past all that and am running the best map shop within the Caribbean and beyond.
Estoy buscando una fregona. ¿No tendrás un mapa del secreto del Monkey Island? Esto está lleno de mapas. Parece que la tienda de enfrente está en apuros. Bueno, vamos a ver si tiene una fregona.
I'm looking for a mop.
This is maps and more, not mops and more.
I was hoping the and more might include mops.
Well, it doesn't. Try asking the cook over at the bar where he got his.
You wouldn't happen to have a map to the secret of Monkey Island.
Funny you should ask. I recently made one on commission, but then they destroyed all my source material. It is the only one in existence.
Me pregunto quién habrá
Best of luck to
sido.
you.
You have a lot of maps in here.
We've got so many, you need a map to find them all. A little cartographer humor.
Yeah, I'd forgotten how funny it was. Looks like the shop across the way is in trouble.
The high-stakes, ego-driven world of pirating is changing, and dark magic is taking over. Voodoo magic is fun and all, but it's not what the new generation wants. Me? I'm on the bleeding edge and making a bundle. I'm about to franchise.
The town seems to be pretty run down.
Since Captain Madison made Melee her base of operations, people have been complaining. They say she brings a bad element to town, but that bad element spends a lot of money on maps. So, what am I supposed to do?
Do what's right?
I am. I'm doing what's right for Wally.
It's great to see you landed on your feet after all these years.
Business has been booming with all these new dark magic pirates. Captain Madison has me on a lucrative retainer. She pays extra for a bunch of wacky symbols I just make up.
I'll let you get back to cartographing.
That's not a real word.
Uh-huh.
Vale.
They're like glasses, only way less convenient. Ooh, look behind you, a three-headed monkey.
Oh, please take one. I use them to promote my business. See, it says maps and more on the edge.
Thanks.
Se pensaba que le iba a utilizar la misma técnica que la otra vez, ¿eh?
Wally, can I have one of these maps?
Absolutely. If you pay for it.
Never mind. It's a map on a fan. What'll they think of next? This must be Trouser Island.
Actually, Mr. Threepwood, it's...
Yep, Trouser Island.
Mm-hmm.
I had a map like this once, but I sailed left. It's maps wrapped in maps. I didn't know you could do that. The first rule of piracy is never buy a used treasure map. I didn't know you made globes, too.
I don't. This is for reference. It's got all the latest continents.
Pues creo que
Hey, Wally,
ya está por
what's
aquí.
in these boxes?
Maps.
It looks expensive. And shiny. I like shiny. Somewhat understated and somewhat overpriced.
Bueno, vámonos. Ah, se refería a esta tienda. Vale, bueno, vamos a la Casa Internacional del Mojo.
Ah, the International House of Mojo. This place hasn't changed in years.
Welcome, Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again.
I have been waiting for you.
Desde la última vez que nos vimos han pasado años. Voy en busca del secreto de Monkey Island. Estoy pensando en subirme a un barco con LeChuck. ¿Algún consejo? Bueno, pues habrá que preguntarle las tres cosas. ¿Cómo no?
You mean...
Fate ordained that you would be here several minutes ago. Only you can manage to be late, even when you are fated to arrive.
It's a gift.
Allow me to seek knowledge on your behalf.
Will it cost me anything?
Pride, free will. Not much. The way to the secret is like a serpent which swallows itself. Many obstacles lie ahead.
Serpent, obstacles, got it.
Voy a hacer un poco de ruido, perdonad. Tengo hambre.
You must walk the path. Yet you have already walked the path.
And now I'm going back again.
When you are unsure of the way forward, open this book for guidance on what is to come.
It can tell me my future?
In a way, think of it as a book of hints.
What is it really?
A book of hints. Use it wisely. To know too much diminishes the voyage.
Neat. Thanks.
No charge.
Your sign says you're going out of business. Or is this one of those not really going out of business sales?
There is a new dark magic on the rise in the Caribbean. It has many adherents, particularly among the young. There is little demand for my talents or my wares. Business is terrible, and there are other factors. Captain Madison desires this location. That it belongs to me will be of little help against her financial and political powers.
Whoa, back up. Dark magic, you said?
I did.
How does dark magic work?
Runes, chemicals, the power of secrets. I am no expert. It's too sterile for my tastes. I like things messy and theatrical.
Is dark magic powerful?
Powerful, yes, it can be. But dangerous. If the badger chews his own tail, soon there is no more badger.
You like that metaphor a lot, don't you?
It has many uses.
Can dark magic get me to Monkey Island?
No.
Nuts. I don't suppose you sell mops.
I cannot guide you on matters of mops. The true master is the cook at the scum bar.
Can you use your talents to tell me how Elaine is right now?
She is always close, no matter the distance.
Do your answers ever make sense?
There are no answers, only questions that are finished.
Are you able to see what LeChuck is up to?
Your goals and the goals of LeChuck are aligned, as always. But his intentions are darker. He would use the secret to do terrible things.
Dark-er? What's that supposed to mean?
LeChuck must not acquire the secret.
No argument there. Is this the year when you finally tell me your name? It's become almost a running gag between us. But it's awkward, like when your glass is empty but you keep trying to drink out of it over and over.
It is Corina.
Oh, okay. Karina. Nice.
Oh.
Somehow it was more exciting before I knew that.
That is true of many things.
Había silenciado el micro, que así nos daba ese sonido tan asqueroso al comer patatas fritas. Pero necesitaba llenarme el estómago, me estaba dando hambre. Bueno, vamos a seguir, que está interesante la trama.
Got any other mystical advice or information for me? Stock tips or something?
No.
Vale.
What's cooking?
The feast of knowledge.
¿Habrá algún ítem que nos podamos llevar como el mítico pollo con polea?
This is a neat symbol. What does it mean?
That used to contain magical disguises. But alas, they have all gone.
Yeah, it's too bad you're sold out. A magic disguise seems really useful.
There's always the famous eye patch of John Laney at the museum. I'm sure the magic has worn off by now, but I believe I could restore its abilities.
Ahí ya tenemos una misión. Está bien saberlo.
Do you do gift wrapping?
We're out of wrapping paper, unless you'd like it wrapped in the skin of a lizard.
No thanks. It's a creepy shrunken head with long, stringy hair. I didn't know these were a voodoo thing.
They're not. But the tourists like them.
Keep up the good work, buddy. Looks like it's been there forever. Not for me. Everything's spilled out of it in a puddle. It's an unusual safe with 5 keyholes.
Alas, the safe is not for sale. It has been placed with me for safekeeping.
Green, half off. Blue, half of half off. Yellow, half of half of half off. Orange, aren't you glad you're here? The curtains are for sale too?
Everything goes. They'd make a great dress.
A crystal. Yeah, this isn't that kind of game. Pointy.
It is a non-magical ceremonial knife. Very sharp indeed.
What's this thing?
It's a forgiveness frog. When no apology will do, give the forgiveness frog. It's like a card, only much better because it's a frog.
I've never heard of that before. Are you sure it's real voodoo?
No comment. It works. Trust me.
Pues nada. La fregona que está en el bar Scum. Pero vamos a seguir un poco para adelante.
Closed by order of Madison Enterprises. Oh, this was my favorite novelty store.
Estas puertas ya no funcionan. En el 1 podías pasar de un lado a otro.
Oh, yeah. That clock has been broken for decades now.
LeChuck, sir. Just thought I'd pop in and let you know. Preparations to set sail are almost done.
You have all the supplies for the spell to get to Monkey Island?
Check. Squid ink, chickens, brimstone, cinnamon, monkey blood, mint, and an annoying skull.
Well done! Mark yourself down for one less lashing this voyage.
Funny story. Guybrush Threepwood tried to sign on to the crew.
Threepwood? He must be looking for the secret too. That guy steals all my best ideas. Have him killed! Wait! Let him live. I want him to see me sail off for Monkey Island knowing the secret is lost to him forever.
Sure. I want to bring this up one more time. Is searching for this mythical secret of Monkey Island a good idea? Shouldn't we be out terrorizing the high seas, instilling fear, creating mayhem, being more on brand for LeChuck?
I've had enough of you questioning my orders. Finish loading the ship, and whatever you do, don't let Threepwood on board.
Very well.
Interesante. ¿Quién es este? Esta.
Hi.
Everybody thinks they know more than the other.
Okay.
Once you have a key, you've got to open the door. Things are not what they seem. All keys are gold. It's the way of keys. No one ever works together. All want their own prize. When they get close to finding it, suddenly they are gone. You can find a golden key, but you cannot own it. A lock is a beautiful thing. A key.
Está obsesionada con las llaves esta mujer, ¿eh?
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better. Looks like a volcano island with horns that swallowed a basketball.
Mítico callejón.
It seems to be stuck closed.
Por supuesto. Por ahora las estoy acertando todas. Bueno, han sido 2.
Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
Sí, está un poco hecha a polvo, ¿eh? A ver la cárcel.
A visitor!
Coño, Stan.
Wait. Guybrush Threepwood?
Otis!
Howdy,
Coño,
kid.
Otis también.
And Stan! Otis, old pal. You haven't changed much since I last saw you.
I blame the government.
In fact, didn't we first meet right here?
Not at all. I was in the other cell that time. You look different somehow.
Te la quedaría mal en Monkey 1. Me dolía mal la boca y para poder hablar con él le tenías que dar unos caramelos de menta. Me parto.
Big news. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
That sounds fantastic. You know what I remember most about Monkey Island? The time you busted me out of jail right before we went there. I don't cruise ships anymore. But maybe you can still help me out. Like you did all those years ago.
Yeah, I'm sort of planning on hijacking an existing crew instead of recruiting one. But maybe I can spring you anyway, for old time's sake.
I would be most appreciative. A locksmith has opened very conveniently across the way. I am told locksmiths can make keys for things. Things like cell doors?
Imagine that. What did they get you for this time?
I'm a victim of circumstance. Circumstance being that too much attention gets paid to little things that don't hurt anyone, while hard killers roam the streets with pistols and swords.
I noticed you didn't say what crime they locked you up for.
It was nothing. I was just picking some flowers.
In the forest?
No, that's illegal. I learned my lesson. I picked them from the governor's garden instead.
Picking flowers from the governor's garden sounds like an unwise choice.
We used to be friends. Sort of. Anyway, they aren't even her flowers. Taxes pay for them. It's public property. I don't know why anyone bothers me about it. I don't hurt anybody.
Well, except the flowers.
They're annuals. They're doomed anyway. Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here. It's custard night. I don't think I can take that again.
I'll make it my number 3 priority.
Thanks.
Y a ver qué nos dice Stan.
Watch your boots in here, son. It's like a...
It says jail rules. 1. No escaping. Hey, Stan.
Hello there, son.
Siento verte entre rejas. Esperaba comprarte un barco. ¿Qué hiciste para que te arrestaran? ¿Te ayudaría si te saco de la cárcel? Hasta luego.
Oh, sorry to see you in jail.
Thank you, son. I appreciate the thought. I'm sorry to see me here as well.
I was really hoping to buy a ship from you.
Well, now, normally, I would do absolutely anything to get you into a comfortable ride right away. But my hands are tied. They're shackled. I can't do it. Not at any price. I'm completely out of inventory. Every ship on the lot was seized by unscrupulous lawyers who don't care about your sailing needs the way I do.
Okay, don't worry about it. I've already got a plan to steal a ship from LeChuck.
Well, if you don't get killed, look me up afterwards. I'll give you a good price for anything that can stay above the waterline. Naturally, it'll have to be store credit until I get back on my feet.
What did you do that got you arrested?
Let me tell you something, son. It's not what a man does that matters, it's who he is. Maybe one day, in a moment of weakness, he crosses a line. But if he's confident about what's in his heart, he can hold his head high. And you know what's in my heart, son?
Blood and goopy stuff?
People. People are in my heart. Anything I may have allegedly done, you can be sure I did it because I care about people.
What exactly did you allegedly do for people that got you arrested?
I gave them what they wanted. Now, naturally, people don't always know that they want the things they want. Sometimes it takes a man with a talent like mine to show them the way. And sometimes people who are jealous of that sort of talent will try to put all sorts of unpleasant labels on it. They use hurtful words like scam and misrepresentation and even fraud. But it's all just marketing, son. As natural as the rocks and the trees and the Malay Island flounder birds. And that's why I'm not worried. I'm awaiting final judgment of the court, but I'm certain I'll be acquitted. They don't hang people for marketing.
Espero que no.
Didn't you used to have a law practice or something?
Used to, but I was disbarred for what we former law practitioners call moral turpitude.
Is that a real word?
More or less. It's one of those handy catch-all words that you can use whatever you want because it doesn't mean anything specific.
Would it help if I broke you out of jail?
Now that's a kind offer, it truly is. Warms me to think that you'd do that for your old pal Stan. But I've got to think about the optics. I don't want to damage my case, and escaping from jail doesn't look good at trial. So thanks, but no thanks.
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
Well, is there anything else I can do for you?
Now that you mention it, there is one thing I've been missing during my time here in this lofty establishment. In all the rush and fuss and document shredding surrounding my arrest, I completely forgot to grab my toothbrush. If you happen to be passing by the shipyard, you might grab it for me. It'll be on my desk in the office.
Sure thing. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret? Boy, that takes me back. But if you're looking for help, you're barking up the wrong enchilada. Just remember, life has no guarantees or warranties. Only jamborees.
Thanks. That's advice. Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son. But
Se lo
thanks.
dejan ahí, es sospechoso.
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son. But thanks.
Pues no.
See you later.
Yep.
No hay nada más por aquí, creo.
How's your day going?
At least the jail is well lit.
Yeah, but the better I can see it, the worse it looks.
Hi there, newcomer.
Hi there. I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Locke Smith.
You're kidding, right?
Nope. And before you ask, yes, they did. Yes, it was. And they really, really wanted me to follow in the family business.
Que limpio está todo. ¿Tienes una fregona para prestarme? ¿Qué le va a decir que no?
It's really clean in here. Do you have a mop I could use?
I simply don't allow filth to accumulate in the first place. Try somewhere a little less sanitary, like the bar by the docks.
Can you really make keys for stuff? That seems like a magic trick.
Modern locks have serial numbers that tell me all I need to know. No tricks necessary, just information.
Un segundo, gente, que tengo que ir al lavabo. Voy rápido. Estoy aquí. Perdona. Cosas del grog. Y de paso me he cogido algo para comer, que me está entrando un hambre. Maldito alcohol. No me parece bien que se pueda hacer una llave solo con el número de serie.
It seems wrong that you can make a key from just the serial number.
It's a failsafe, in case people lose their key. You know how people are.
Aren't locks way less secure if all you need is a number to get a new key?
That's why you should never share the serial number with anyone.
What happens if you lose your key and the serial number at the same time?
The numbers are usually engraved on the locks, just in case. And if you lose the lock, chances are you don't need a new key.
Well, what's to stop me reading the serial number on someone else's lock and having a key made?
The numbers are printed small enough that you need a special tool to read them. Only a pro would have a tool like that.
Can I borrow your lock serial number reading tool?
My magnifier? Not a chance. I could be drummed out of the union for that. If you want to play locksmith, you'll have to look elsewhere.
Who's the old lady in the window across the way?
You mean Whitey Bones. She used to be the Undertaker here years ago. Seems to know a lot of things that maybe don't quite fit together.
I'm on a quest to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Exciting. The story in my family is that the secret is sort of like a key. One that opens all locks at once.
All at once? Well, how does that work?
No idea. It's just a story. But I guess you'll find out soon enough.
Tell me again about how to have keys made. It's exciting.
You bring me the serial number from the lock. I make the key. It's pretty straightforward.
Ya sé cómo. Ya sé cómo es este puzzle. Ah.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything. I've got a system, and I don't like it disrupted.
At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
I see a peninsula trailing off into small islands, but no X marks the spot.
It's southern Florida. I have family there.
These are nice.
It's a locksmithing test.
Close it all up, and if you get the key out, you pass?
That's the beginner level, yes. The real challenge is to lock the larger box inside the smaller one.
That's an impressive machine.
Yep. This wouldn't be much of a lock shop without a key grinder.
Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
I see everyone in that portrait has lovely locks.
If you have to make a pun, at least make a good one.
Is that from a famous locksmith band or something?
My mother's band, the Golden Keys. They were named after some actual golden keys that she spent a bunch of time looking for.
Vale.
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid!
Yo creo que con esto...
You look like you're having a good time. That's nice.
I can read the serial number. I'll write it down so I don't forget.
Hi there.
Hiya. Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. Good choice on the lock. These are really sturdy. It's the same kind they use over at the jail.
Ooh, wow. What a coincidence. I had no idea.
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid!
Otis, the authorities have reconsidered your case and decided that you should go free.
I'm very grateful to the authorities and will not mention their name should any awkward questions be asked. Good luck, Stan. I hope you get acquitted.
Oh, it's in the bag, friend, but thanks.
I'll stay on this side of the bars, just in case.
Aunque ha dicho que no, voy a intentarlo.
No thanks. I'm about to be acquitted. Escaping looks bad.
Pues nada.
They say...
Me sé todo el mapa, tío.
Carla.
Guybrush Threepwood.
This is...
Hello, Swordmaster.
Prepare to taste my blade, you washed-up hack.
When was the last time you had a bath?
Ha! That was marginally clever.
It's nice to see you again.
You too.
You should never have given up being Swordmaster.
Who says I did?
Oh, sorry, I just assumed. Governor seems like a full-time job.
It is. But there's room for overlap if you're creative about it. I heard from your wife.
Me habría molado un poco más de
She's coming by to
insultos.
talk about scurvy legislation. I assume you're involved with that somehow?
I've got my own project cooking.
Of course you do. If it isn't about the scurvy project, why are you here?
You first. What are you doing here?
Don't be weird. I know Elaine used to live here, but it's my house now that I'm governor.
Elaine says Captain Madison is hurting her scurvy project.
Not the legislative part, just the public funding. The town was in a bind a while back, and that so-and-so, Captain Madison, saw an opportunity. She lent us the cash we needed, but now we're up a creek paying the interest. Things like social programs, waste management, and town maintenance are all on the back burner.
I like that woman less every minute.
You and me both.
I'm looking for the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you. I don't have it.
Well, the mansion hasn't changed much. Elaine's style is still everywhere. Even the books are hers.
They're my books now, as you well know.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
It's a lot of work being governor. I like your stuffed, guess it's a dog?
Please, take that and throw it away. It was a gift from the Earl of Thickwater, who is a contemptible pig.
What about me?
It's a lot of work being governor. It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. I tried to read that once, but I couldn't finish it. Does not include Secret of Monkey Island. Oh. It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. It's thicker than I would have imagined. Note to the reader. No disguised secrets are revealed in this book. Can I borrow a book?
You've got a lot of nerve asking that. You never brought back the last book you borrowed. I had to buy another copy. You never even apologized.
I totally forgot.
Of course you did. You think like a cow.
A ver, el trivial. La amiga de Chucky se llama Lil, Lela, no tiene nombre, Di. Chucky, ¿quién era Chucky? Vale, es la que salió antes, ok. Por Bollo. Esta sí que era respuesta a Bollo.
Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood.
Elaine told me that's Lauder Neckbeard, second governor of Melee Island. His overly I've seen that same painting on a box of frozen instant cereal. I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey.
Se puede continuar por ahí. Vale.
Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended. I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
Pues nada.
Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. Museum of Pirate Lore. I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now.
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate
Este es el
Lore.
que salía
I'm
antes que
Conrad,
confundía con
the
Wally.
curator and docent here. I also edit the Pirate Times newsletter. Here, take my business card.
Thanks.
The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
What can you tell me about this eye patch?
That's the pride of the collection. It belonged to Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would disguise him. I tried it on though, and nothing happened.
The display case is locked. Well, the numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read. Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces.
Necesitaré poder ampliar esos números de alguna manera, supongo.
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it. What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me!
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot. Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
Is this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the Dread Pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here, on Melee.
Ese es el que llegamos con el pollo con polea en el primer juego. Algo le habrá pasado.
That's a nice coffin.
The one with the ore. Yeah, the coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy #1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important. I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
No kidding? Wow! Are you named after Guybrush Threepwood?
I guess you could say that.
Nice.
I'm going to find the legendary secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, that's excellent! Super retro. If you need a place to display it, I know a convenient museum.
I don't suppose you have a mop from a famous pirate swabby on display?
I've been trying to get the cook down at the Scum Bar to donate his, but he won't part with it.
Uh-oh, eso no pinta bien entonces.
Do you have maps of the forest here?
No, that's not really what we do. Try the map shop in town?
Pues también.
Tell me about that newsletter of yours.
The Pirate Times. We publish pirate news, pirate stories, pirate poetry, all things piratey, really.
I'd see you wear a peg leg, despite having both of your original legs.
Just part of the docent's outfit, for the tourists. Kids always want to try it on.
That's charming and creepy at the same time.
This is a museum for people who think attacking ships and murdering the crew for profit sounds fun.
Touché. Your museum is quaint.
Thanks. It's been a personal passion of mine. I'm nuts about old-timey pirate stuff.
Old-timey?
Being around it really makes you feel like you're a part of something. Doesn't it?
I am part of something.
Exactly.
Are any of these things valuable?
The security parrot isn't just here to look piratey. John Laney's eye patch is irreplaceable. It's the highlight of the collection. Amazingly, I got it at a yard sale. They didn't know what they had.
I'll have a look around.
Please do.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh yeah, that's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern.
Vamos a ver qué pregunta el trivial esta vez. El nombre de la hechicera vudú es Corina. Se lo acaba de decir. No hay nada más.
It doesn't seem interested. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it.
Creo que ya está aquí por ahora. Vámonos. Astillero.
Wow, it's worse than I imagined. It says, Tan's previously owned vessels. So sad. Stan's used to be the best place to buy used ships. The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day. It's a dried up old sea sponge. Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now. Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships. It always looks bigger on this side of the island.
Creo que no hay nada más. Creo que no. Vale, hay que volver al bar. Vamos a ver si conseguimos la fregona. Habrá que hacer alguna misión.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you.
Mirad quién está ahí.
Hi, Cobb. Hard to believe after all these years you're still here.
I was declared a historical landmark.
Hombre, vendiéndonos el mítico Loom.
Yeah, the place does seem different from what I remember.
It's this new, younger generation of pirate leaders. Oh, they're highfalutin dark magic. Look at us. We're so much better than you because we don't drink grog before getting married. These kids today are all about sacking and pillaging. They've got no heart.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island. Wanna come?
I heard the secret is just some marketing gimmick Stan thought up. That only the gullible and naive would go looking for it.
¿Te imaginas?
Tell me about Loom.
Oh, I'm so sick of pirates asking me about Loom. Get lost.
Then why don't you take off the Ask Me About Loom button?
My grog-riddled body has fused with it. I'm more button than man at this point.
Oh, come on. Tell me about Loom. For old time's sake.
Beat it.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Fine. You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic. Stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score, and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and buy Loom today.
Yes.
Now get lost.
Me ha mandado un logro por eso. No sé si a vosotros os sale. Te manda un logro por eso.
Yeah, yeah. Yar.
Guybrush Threepwood, as I live and breathe, how have you been?
Peachy.
How's Elaine? She was always my favorite governor. Also, she covered your tab when you stopped coming in.
Still in public service. Fighting scurvy now.
My place is clean. Our health certificates are up to date.
No, it's not like that. She's got a foundation. They're trying to promote limes as a preventative.
Oh, well, tell her I say hello.
La mente de este bar ya no es lo que era.
The atmosphere in the bar is different than it used to be.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I've got to cater to the new crowd. Everything changes, Guybrush.
But the roaches stay the same.
I've missed your wit. And your low alcohol tolerance.
Hey. Do you know where I can buy a mop?
Buy? You don't want to buy a mop.
I think I do.
The mop is the formal tool of a cook. Not as clumsy or random as a dish rag. An elegant tool for a more civilized cleaning. You cannot hope to succeed with the mop of another.
I can't?
You must construct your own. A single, perfect instrument that you will keep and use for a lifetime.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Once you build it, the mop will become your constant companion, your tool, and a ready means of defense against spills of all kinds.
Build it?
The wood is the heart of the handle. The heart is the handle of the cook. You are one.
Not helpful so far.
You must find a particular tree. A tree uniquely suited to the handles of mops. Carve your handle from a limb of that tree. Any questions?
How do I find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
What kind of wood is the tree?
That is something you must discover for yourself.
What about the head of the mop?
Oh, you have to have one, of course, but pretty much anything will do. It's mostly about the handle.
Are you sure I can't just buy a mop? Yours, for example.
No, you've got to make one. Trust me on this.
Okay, I guess I'll do it. What's wrong?
You gave the story the wrong title. It should be called Mop Quest.
What?
When do we get to the piratey parts?
Well, even the coolest professions involve more mopping up than you would think. It seemed crazy to me at the time, too. But don't forget, it was all so I could board a ship, take command, and sail to Monkey Island. But first, I had to make a mop. Pests or garnishes?
A good cook sources local supplies when he can.
Active little guys, aren't they? Looks like a mugshot.
Stay away from my mom.
Había que intentarlo.
It's amazing what you can achieve if you put your mind to it. Then you have a packet of stick-on stars. The food is more exciting when you can smell the risk. Ugh, I remember that stench as if it were yesterday. I think someone tried to secure a boat with this. The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old.
Otra referencia a Loom. No sé si habrá alguna cosa más por aquí. Me da que no.
Are you sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to Monkey Island?
Let's pretend I was really considering this. What sort of pirate qualifications have you got, exactly?
I completed the 3 trials.
Trials?
It's how they used to make their bones in the old days.
Well, I was a director of combat operations for the British Navy, and I've written 2 books on ship-to-ship tactics.
I'm a founding member and co-director of the Red Fleet and hold records for civilian casualties from San Domingo to Venezuela.
I'm an expert in 17 forms of hand-to-hand combat, 3 of which I invented. I served with Bellamy, Teach, and Roberts before they each met an untimely end that I might have had nothing to do with.
Just so you know, this is the kind of resume we expect.
Oh.
Me parto con este cambio de música. Un árbol. ¿Dónde puedo encontrar un árbol?
The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Melee.
Bueno, ya que estamos aquí, vamos a preguntar por el mapa.
Hey, Wally. I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys? Been a while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
Una astilla. ¿De dónde saco la astilla, tío?
Better to have one for each eye.
If you say so.
¿Y si lo combino?
If one monocle is good, 2 is better.
Vale, con eso podré ver el número. Con esa combinación. Ok. ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más? ¿Dónde coño saco un árbol, yo? Ah, el bosque, claro.
a classic specimen of Alata needleus, a carnivorous vascular dicot known for its tasteful coloration, slight wiggle, and loads of tiny, sharp...
Para encontrar algo aquí. Qué cabrón.
Ooh, purple flowers. These must be teasel, or alliums, or clematis. I'm hopelessly lost without a map. Museum of Pirate Lore.
Pero es que necesito un mapa para esto, tío. ¿Dónde saco yo la puta astilla? Tengo que encontrarla aleatoriamente de aquí.
Ah. I'm hopelessly lost without a map. I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
No me deja hacer que más que dos caminos, ¿no? Sin el mapa.
I'm hopelessly lost without a map. I remember when these torches lit up Stan's previously owned vessels like a carnival. The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush?
Oh, cepillo de dientes. ¿Y cómo entro ahí, tío?
The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day.
El cepillo.
It's hopeless. It's hopeless. It's hopeless.
No voy a utilizar lo de las pistas.
It's good for relieving stress. Especially fortified for the healthy parrot diet. Pirate Times, editor Conrad Lee, ready to publish your unrecognized genius.
Pues hay que volver al museo, que ahora podremos leer los números. Digo yo, a lo mejor nos hace falta más.
Ah, crystal clear. I'll just write that down.
Vale, ya tenemos otra. Bueno, nos avanzamos por otro lado.
Hi there.
Hiya. Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. This will be for a high-end display case. You a collector?
Yeah. Stamps. Are these for customers?
Hands off. Those are my last crackers.
It doesn't seem interested.
Vale. Ay, así doy mucha vuelta. Da igual. Lo he hecho esto. Uy. Coño, que corre y todo, el Guybrush. Aquí no habrá ninguna rama, ¿no? ser un momento que no esté, entiendo, ¿no? Porque me va a pescar aquí.
Whoa! That's not supposed to be unlocked. I'd better fold this and put it in storage. Then I can figure out what's wrong with the lock. Looking good. That's folded perfectly. That'll do, Parrot. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the museum while I figure out what's going on with my display case lock.
Uh-oh.
Once upon a time, I won a t-shirt right here on the front lawn.
Welcome back. Please try not to touch anything that seems like you're not supposed to touch it.
Hay que darle algo al loro.
It doesn't seem interested.
Ay, que me voy a quedar pillado ahora.
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What you working on?
Crossword puzzle.
Vale. Esto nada. ¿Y dónde consigo yo una astilla de árbol? Que no sea aquí en el bosque. Es que tendría que haber algo aquí ya. A ver.
I'm hopelessly lost without a map. Meat Hook's museum is gone. So is the cable to his island. It's just as well, given the worldwide rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle shortage.
Me parto. No sé para dónde ir ahora. Está bien que tenga esto, así no te pierdes de lo que hay que hacer. Pues es que todo esto lo sé. Buscar el árbol de palos de fregona. ¿Qué árbol es ese, tío?
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
If you listen close, you can hear the gears grinding.
Otra tarjeta, pero si esto la había pillado, ¿no? Primer juego en usar el sistema Scum fue Maniac Mansion, que por eso se llama Scum. Es como era Script no sé qué del Maniac Mansion. No me acuerdo qué decía exactamente. Muy mal. Antes me lo sabía.
Employees only.
Pero contesta bien. Algo es algo.
Wally, can I have one of these maps?
Absolutely. If you pay for it.
Never mind. Hey, Wally. Tell me again what you need to make me a map to the mop tree.
Just bring me a sliver of the wood needed to make a mop.
Ah, oh.
Bye.
Vale, ya sé lo que hacer. Creo que sé lo que hay que hacer.
Somewhat understated, and...
Creo que lo he entendido. Vamos a ver. Creo, ¿eh? Vamos a ver. Ahí hay otro tío ahora.
Well, it's definitely a mop.
No tengo nada con que cortar y hacer una astilla.
Stay away from my mop.
Hi.
Are you my waiter? I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week. I don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, you know, a hot food.
Yeah, but I'm not...
It had ingredients in it or something.
I'm not your waiter.
I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my dinner.
I don't work here. I'm not a waiter.
Hop to it!
Right away, sir. Oh, you look like the health inspector tasted your stew. Or you did.
Worse. Marlin is here.
Who?
The customer I have nightmares about. He's the only importer of yak fat on the island, so I need to keep him happy, but he makes that impossible. Today he wants me to make him a dish that he ate last week at some kind of event at the governor's mansion. But of course he doesn't remember what it's called or know what's in it or even remember what color it was. He says he thinks it has ingredients in it. I don't have the slightest idea what to make.
Where did he say he had the dish he wants you to make?
At the governor's mansion. It's probably some exotic, weird-tasting thing from a swanky cookbook.
If I brought you a recipe, could you make it?
Of course. I'm a cook. See the hat?
Oh, look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
I do know a great stew recipe for monkey heads, but I can't think about that right now.
Can I ask you again about the mop I need to make?
Sure.
Remind me how to find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
What kind of wood did you say the tree was?
I didn't.
What kind of wood did you say the tree was?
I didn't.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
It'll turn out to be a t-shirt or something.
I've come for a recipe. A dish you served at a recent function. It's been described as hot and having ingredients in it. Ring any bells?
I do host plenty of functions. but I'm afraid I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I'll pay for it.
I don't need your money.
Otra pregunta de trivial. El suelo de qué habitación no para de revolverse. El del puesto de vigía, el camarote del Chuck, la cantidad de Monkey Island, la cocina de Scumbag. Que me va a pillar aquí. El suelo de qué habitación no para de revolverse. El camarote del Chuck. La única que tenía sentido para mí.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done.
Está empezando a complicar ya, ¿eh?
Hi again. Oh, those new pirate leaders are real jerks. They laughed at me, and they won't fund my expedition. Why didn't you warn me?
Would you have listened?
Of course. Okay, no, probably not. I'm thinking about going on LeChuck's expedition after all.
I'm glad to hear you decided to patch things up.
He doesn't want me on the ship. I'm blacklisted. I'm gonna have to go in disguise.
These Shakespearean comedies just write themselves.
Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer. Inquire here. How clever.
Hey, watch it!
How's it going with that nightmare customer guy?
My stomach feels like it's full of cannonballs and splintered rowboats.
Oh, where did he say he had the dish he wants you to make?
At the governor's mansion. It's probably some exotic, weird-tasting thing from a swanky cookbook.
I'll see what I can find out.
Thanks.
Nice and hot. Wonder how long I could stand here before bursting into flames.
Yarr.
No sé para dónde tirar. No he guardado ninguna vez. Vale, creo que voy a hacer una pausa y luego seguimos. Sí. Vamos a hacer una pausa. Que llevamos ahora 2 horitas. Vamos a hacer una pausa ahora. Y luego seguimos con más Monkey Island.